EA Sports coverage of the National Football League finds us north of the border in the beautiful city of Toronto, Canada. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Toronto. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The drive will begin with a run by Benson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. When you look at this defense, right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
The quick throw by Burrow is complete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
This is taken at the 18. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there.
At their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw is Murray. He finds his man, complete. That's Watkins. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now Murray off play action. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, 1st down. They fake the handoff, now Murray. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Now a first carry here for their running back. Nifty move. And a good burst there right from the start. He'll get this one out near the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in week 5. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Throwing now is Murray. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Not that time for Watkins, and it's 3rd down. When you look at this defense, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
They forced 7 turnovers.
How many?
7.
7.
I mean, think about that
7.
number now. That's supposed to be a lucky number, right? Lucky for one side, unlucky for the other.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
The kick by Bass is good. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And Gibson decides against bringing it out.
They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Tackle made there by Jordan Poyer.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Here's 3rd and 6. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Oh, that is incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
7 yards there and a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play fake. Murray. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Burrow looking to pass. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
A give up the middle with Benson. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First down, Desperados.
Straight ahead, Gibson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Now it's Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. A quick throw there is incomplete. The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. They run over center with Benson. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Trey Benson with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And his guys have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
So the completion gets them just a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Then he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Running out of the gun here with Benson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll go again with Benson. A great move in there, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him early, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Antonio Gibson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Desperados are able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Murray and company going for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Here we go. Now it's Burrow. He's got Brown on the out route complete. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. From the 17, here's 2nd and 4. Now Burrow. Steps away to his left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Brent, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed on him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. Flushed out right. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And his kick is good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game.
Man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there. 65 yards. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. His 11th rushing touchdown on the year, and 12th overall. And the Huskies get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Kevin O'Connell choosing to leave his guys out there, and they'll go for two. They'll try and run it here. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the two-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. So here comes the kickoff. And what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. On the return, Jalen Waddle from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow. It's Kelsey on the ground. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. And Burrow going to throw again. Open man here is Benson. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Burrow will throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. Again, it's Burrow. Towards the end zone for Brown. And this one dropped in the end zone. Oh, looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down.
The offense schemed, going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will stay a one-score game as the lead will hold at 6.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see. He's got his man. That's the rookie from Florida State. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final shot before half from Murray. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. And this is good. It was was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, some things to like about that first half. Ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come out and continue to throw the ball effectively.
Murray now to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Now Murray. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 23 yards on the play.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Sliding out of the pocket. This is caught, and he will take it in for the touchdown. Dallas Goedert, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Huskies have taken the lead here in this third quarter. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to run for it with Benson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. On first down, it's Benson. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 54 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And now they will throw it with Burrow. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Shotgun snap and a give to Benson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Andre Cisco there on the stop. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Another run here with Benson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
The slot man in motion right. On the give, it's Benson. And he'll get this one down to about the 17.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
A give. Here comes Benson. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Flush to his right. And it's caught. Touchdown. Jalen Waddle with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Desperados have retaken a third-quarter lead. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a third-quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But, boy, they executed awfully well moving the ball down the field.
Huskies 21.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the third quarter. Now they relinquished that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right, where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
Murray now, eluding the pressure right. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
But what they're seeking with an RPO is space for the receiver to make a catch and then make a play downfield, but there wasn't any space available, thus the incompletion.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Murray rolling to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback, so that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. To throw is Murray. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Murray's got to have this one. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. First down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down? They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way that's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
He'll get that out wide to Waddle. And he's got this down to the 35. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there. All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stopped him short.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Here we go. Going for it. Here's Benson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Trey Benson with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Desperados are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. From the gun, Murray. He finds his man, complete. That's Watkins. 2nd down and 4.
It's the pickup for 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Play fake, Murray.
36-yard line.
Dancing to his left. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Shotgun now for Murray. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he's taken down inside the 30. Here's Murray. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They'll come up now. 2nd and 9. Murray going to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Jermaine Johnson credited with that sack.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. A big play looming on 3rd down. To throw, it's Murray. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And while it's probably going to take a miracle at this stage, if they come down with this one in the end zone, they've still got a fighting chance. That one, however, winds up incomplete.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position.
And it's a fumble. And it looks like the defense has got it. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Here we go.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Third and 5. On 3rd down, here's Benson. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. And they'll send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
This is 1st and 10.
To throw is Murray. Finding Watkins. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
Murray looking to change the play here.
Back to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout.
Now Murray. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he goes out right around the 39.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
Murray to throw. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Back to throw, Murray. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
He'll look to throw.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is